What's up? What's going on, Sports Juice Network? It's your boy back at it again with another episode for you today. A nice, quick, short episode. Today we're talking about college football, the NCAA Division I, Big 12, and TCU, baby. We're talking about TCU. We're talking about Deon Sanders. So stay tuned and let's hop into this video, baby.
Everything sports related. Breaking news. Fantasy advice. Score updates. Weekly thoughts and more. This is the Sports Juice Network.
Alrighty, what is going on, Sports Juice? Like I said, we got a big video today. Some things that just started happening recently that I've been checking the news and keeping track of. But today we are talking about Deon Sanders, and we're talking about T to the C to the U, Texas Christian University. For those who don't know where Texas Christian University is, it is located in Fort Worth, Texas. It was under leadership by Gary Patterson, the head football coach for over 22 years before his recent departure of the team. So let's hop into this. Let's talk about it. Deon Sanders. Who is Deon Sanders? You don't know who Deon Sanders is. I mean, he's like the greatest cornerback of all time. Hall of Fame cornerback. You know what I'm saying? The swag, prime time, Under Armour. Let's do it. Deon Sanders, baby. All right, right now he's currently 54 years of age, and he started off his career coaching in 2012 at Prime Prep. Under there, he opened up the school and had things going on, but in 2015, the school did close due to financial reasons, so I'm not really sure what happened on there. From there, he went on to become the offensive coordinator, where his son, Shiloh Sanders, went to Trinity Christian School, so he was the OC there from 2017 to 2020, and then most recently, he is now in his second season at Jackson State University as the head football coach. It is a HBCU. His goal when he went there was to bring more national and spotlight attention to the HBCUs, trying to get them to the D1 conferences, trying to get them here so they can be known on a bigger platform. So far, he has done that, and so far he is continuing to do that. Right now, Jackson State has a record of 8-1, and they have 2 big games left before they're considered for a bowl game and possibly making a case for the playoffs, the FCS playoffs. Deon Sanders is known for recruiting. He's known for recruiting. I mean, as a high school kid, what kid would not want to go play for a former NFL player in Deon Sanders? Not only that, at Jackson State, that whole coaching roster is full of NFL legends. Who wouldn't want to go play for that? I mean, shoot, you put me in there, I'm like, I'm going to Deon Sanders, man, come on. I'm trying to get to the NFL. This is the quickest, fastest, most notable way to get there. Like I said, he has 2 sons. Shiloh Sanders, he is a freshman over at Jackson State. He's the starting quarterback, number 2. The boy is good. I mean, there's no point about it. He is good. And he was recently committed to Florida State before his dad got the head coaching job at Jackson State. Then he said, you know what, I'm going to decommit. I'm going to go here. I'm going to follow my dad, because why not? It makes sense. And then he has his son, Shiloh Sanders. Now, Shiloh is a little bit older. Shiloh is a sophomore, but he redshirted when he was out South Carolina. He is a cornerback / safety, and he wears his dad's number 21 number. And I mean, the dude is a hard hitter. He's a ball hawk, and he's everything you want in a defensive back. He has now transferred over to Jackson State. He was in the the transfer portal, and he set out his 1 year like he was supposed to, and now he's on the active roster. The reason why I bring this all up, TCU, like I said, has a coaching vacancy. Gary Patterson and the school decided to depart ways after 22 years, and rightfully so. I mean, you know, normally the school has a lot of success. I mean, people love TCU. TCU is a beautiful school, beautiful campus. The school is amazing. The fans are amazing. But after so long, when you've been with something for so long, sometimes it's time for a new change in the coaching career. So, you know, 22 years is a very, very long time, and Gary Patterson has had tremendous success at that school, but now it's time for somebody else to take over the realm. That guy being known as Deon Sanders. He recently had an interview this past weekend where officials have said that nothing has been offered to him, no final decisions have been made, but they can say that he was very, very impressive in his interview, and they were going to bring him back for a second round of interviews along with the other head coaches that they are interviewing. The thing about Deon that sets aside everything else that separates him from the other candidates, number 1, he is very well known, and everywhere he goes, attention follows, news follows. So if you bring him to TCU, a big school in the Big 12 conference like that, then guess what? More spotlight on that campus, more spotlight on those athletes. Number 2, he is a recruiting magnet. Like I said, he's been living in Texas since he played for the Dallas Cowboys. Formerly in Prosper, Texas, and now most recently in Canton, Texas. You bring him to TCU, and I can tell you one thing right now, DFW will be locked up by him and all the recruits that were going to TCU. It will be him, and it will be Joey McGuire over at Texas Tech now, because Texas Tech, Joey McGuire, he was the head coach at Cedar Hill, but then you bring in Deon Sanders. So those two, Texas Tech and TCU, I can see them just completely taken all those recruits out of the northern DFW area. I mean, rightfully so. You got Cedar Hill, you got Lancaster, Duncanville, DeSoto. All those guys are just gonna go, Deon Sanders, I'm going. Joey McGuire, I'm going. I mean, Joey McGuire just got 3 new recruits 2 days ago, and he just signed as the head coach. So imagine what Deon Sanders is going to do once he puts his pen to paper if they end up offering him that job. This will be his first head coaching job in a big conference like this in D1. That's if he gets it. Like I said, nothing has been made official, but that's if he gets it. Then I can see people going crazy, because I mean, why not? You're bringing an NFL legend into the game. And the crazy part about Deon Sanders, you would think he coaches defense. He does not. He coaches offense. He said he's done everything on defense. He knows every defense. Why coaching? He likes a challenge. He wants to go on the offense and try to beat the defense that he most formerly ran and most formerly know. Rightfully so. I say this to say, I think TCU should pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. I mean, what you got to lose at this point? I mean, he knows football. He's an NFL legend. He can recruit. I mean, we've seen that. I mean, look at his Instagram. He's recruiting all day long. And then number 4, you bring in 2 new guys, and because you got Shiloh Sanders, you got Shiloh Sanders. Now, yes, they are his sons, so sometimes people are a little bit biased, but you gotta understand, these boys can actually play some football. I mean, their dad is an NFL living legend. These boys can play football. Shiloh was actually highly recruited coming out of high school, and then Shador was most recently highly recruited as a quarterback coming out of high school. So these are not like 2 slouches just sitting on the sofa right now. These boys can play. So you bring that into TCU along with these other recruits, man, and Deon Sanders is sitting very well. All he literally has to do is get a good coaching staff, and he doesn't have to do anything else but recruit. Literally, that's how it goes. As long as you bring in the right quarterback coach, the right receiver coach, the right defensive back coach, the right tight ends coach, if you can build a great staff, everything will take care of itself. And I can see Deon Sanders doing it, because who wouldn't want to work? Who wouldn't want to go work for him? I mean, who wouldn't? He's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this has been a short, quick video, just letting you know what's going on. I'm gonna keep monitoring everything that's going on right now. There are 3 other head coaches that are interviewing for that job, so no one knows who's going to get what and when they're going to get it. But I can say Deon Sanders hasn't said anything, and he hasn't been out in the public just because of health issues, and nothing too concerning, but I just know that he has had complications with his foot surgery that he recently had. So I think they're just still monitoring that, and maybe he had to get a second surgery, but just stay on the lookout for that. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.